Zero-party data doesn't sound like a lot of fun, does it? But bear with me, because TechCrunch reckons zero-party data has very quickly become the biggest buzzword in marketing and digital advertising. Well, the term was coined by Forrester, and I'll stick with their official definition. Zero-party data is data that a customer intentionally and proactively shares with a brand. It can include preference center data, purchase intentions, personal context, and how the individual wants the brand to recognize them. So we're talking about a layer up from the usual data we have online, where the user browses and then we receive a report of their actions, for example, in an analytics platform. First-party data is collected about users as they browse, and it remains very important. It shows us clearly the what of consumer actions. But zero-party data adds a layer of intention. It provides the why. How so? Well, if you want to know what people are thinking, ask them. In practice, zero-party data can look like this. Yelp's revamped app experience asks customers to specify their preferences before they interact with the app. The experience is then personalized based on these responses. So it's always clear to the user which data is used, and they are aware that they shared it. Much better than the creepy ads that follow us around using third-party data. And businesses like Thread invite the user to share preferences in return for better recommendations. You don't have to share anything, but the experience is materially better if you do. And that value exchange is crucial. The New York Times shows how this will likely work on a lot more sites. Users have a control center and they can choose what they want from the company. This looks very simple, and you might say that there's nothing new here. And it's true. Often zero-party data comes down to creating a preference center or asking the customer to share some information. But there is a reason this is all happening now, and it does entail a significant strategic shift for brands. The relationship between individuals, their data, and businesses is changing markedly. The shadow economy of invasive, invisible tracking is slowly on its way out. Just take a look at Google's latest initiative. Google Topics gives the individual control over the data they want to share. You will even be able to update Google's assumptions or opt out altogether. So zero-party data emerges as a response to a world where individuals are conscious of their data and its value. 96% of US users opt out of app tracking in iOS 14.5. User participation is crucial if we want to keep personalization alive. Zero-party data has some clear benefits. Accuracy. The data comes straight from the customer, so it's more accurate than any inferred or assumed data. Cost. It's cheaper to acquire than third-party data, as brands do not directly pay for the information. Compliance. In a GDPR age, brands need to know what data they have on customers and where it is stored. This compliance is typically built into zero-party data processes. Personalization. Richer data can lead to much more effective personalization based on a customer's declared interests. And trust. Customers that share data with a retailer have trust in the brand. That trust can be nurtured through thoughtful use of personal data. So let's check in on our definition one last time. Zero-party data is data that a customer intentionally and proactively shares with a brand. It can include preference center data, purchase intentions, personal context, and how the individual wants the brand to recognize them. Sign up for more weekly glossary editions from High Tech. Thanks.